Hey everybody, how's it going and welcome back. So, Minecraft Mountains of Mayhem update is finally here, and it's pure chaos. The mobs aren't walking into battle anymore, they're raiding. Today's update introduces an entire roster of mounted enemies, and a brand new weapon that changes how you fight across the overworld. With new hostile mounts, Camel Husks, the tallest mount in the update, spawning with 2 hostile raiders, zombie Nautilus, underwater menace with a drowned raider armed with a trident, and zombie horse. Right? Not only that, there's a new weapon, the spear. So what a better way right now to experience the update with your friends, mods in full mayhem. So let's get your very own Nitrado server right now. So head over to the link in the description and it will look a bit like this. It is the Nitrado website. Now, what you want to do is you want to look for Minecraft and then the version you want. So I'm just going to click this. You're going to click rent the server. Oh, wait, go back. Rent a server. You might need to make an account or log in. So the first thing you'll want to do is just make an account. And then if you want, you can charge your account and give it some money. Then you want to basically look at this. You got 4 slots, most popular, 10 slots, blah, blah, blah. But you can also customize your server. So you can have as many slots up to 200, right? Then how many days you want. I usually recommend 90 and between 30 and 90 days, right? But you get 22% off for a year, right? So for 90 days, choose how much RAM you want. It does scale the price a little bit, but if you're going to use a lot of mods, I highly recommend over 4 gig of RAM. And then you're going to go for either subscription based, so it comes out monthly, or a prepaid, so you can top it up yourself. But if you use prepaid, please note you'll need to activate how monthly payments anyway. Then choose where you are in the world. I'm going to choose London because I'm in Scotland, and then we're just going to choose this configuration. That'll bring up the payment window here. You can either use your wallet or you can use PayPal, card payment, or a voucher. And if you have a promo code, which you probably don't, you can use the link in the description. It should take you over here, and first time buyers will probably get a little discount. If not, it supports the channel and helps me help you. So with that, then I've already got one set up for this. So we're just going to go over to my services at the top right and scroll down to my Minecraft server. You're going to, once it's here, it will show you like a box, like maybe a question mark on it. What you want to do is head to web interface once it's done. Here, this will load up your basic settings with everything on it. Okay. So you have your dashboard. You have your bungee cord, which is disabled. You will set that up in a minute. Your bungee cord firewall, your query ports and recon ports. And if you wanted to connect to an FTP, you can quick connect there, or you can use the FTP admin there if you wish to upload your own custom mods. Here you have basic settings, and you'll just click that over on the left here, and you'll go down and you'll want to give your server some basic stuff. So the message of the day will go in there, your name for your server in there, what type of world you want. I always like survival, don't like the others. And then you've got player count, how many you want on your server, online mode or PvP. I would definitely say have online mode checked. If you don't have this checked, your server will be like displayed offline, and your friends probably won't be able to find it. If you do have it on though, however, please note that your server may be griefed unless you set up a password or a security system like Archon passwords, things like that. So what I would say, suggesting, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want your server grief, turn that off like that, and you can just connect to your server via the IP import in the top left. Okay, so next thing is whitelisting. Yes, you want that, and you can read more about it right here. This will basically give you a full rundown on everything you need to know about how to whitelist your server and go from there. So back to this page, and you can see here that you've also got an autosave feature. You do want that on, and you want to keep it on. Minecraft auto updates are on an optimized map for version 1.13 or newer. Yes. So what this will do is anything new patches come out, it will automatically update it. Then you have your Archon. Give yourself an Archon password. That basically is like your admin. If you need more information, click the more information and it will explain everything for you. Like for example, here it will give you just a whole lot of spam on it. But if you find Minecraft in there, good luck. Where there should be like there it is, Minecraft. You can see all the different guides and how to do stuff. Okay, so if you're not sure something and I haven't explained it in a video, it's there. So anyway, let's get back to it. Next thing is the gameplay settings, and probably one of the most important ones. You need to make sure that your nether is available. Command blocks is up to you. I wouldn't recommend that if you're having like friends on the server. Over here you got monsters enabled, pets enabled, villagers enabled. Difficulty is up to you. I usually leave mine on normal unless I'm playing a bit of a hardcore mode. Now hardcore is if you die, you're basically dead. That's it. Game over. You have to create a new world. Okay. Over here so I would leave that off. Next one is level. You got the NPCs, right? Setting this enables the creation of NPC villages in chunks. If you don't know how to use seeds, I would suggest Googling it. I'm not going to go into explaining world generation algorithms with you. Just Google it. Over here is world types. You can choose flat, large biomes, amplified, or customized with generator settings. I'm going to use large biomes or amplified biomes. Here is the generator settings. This is an expert setting that allows you to specifically more detailed settings for the world generator. So basically, you can find these generator settings online. There are a lot of websites that provide them. I'm not going to go into that or show them or share them. Over here is the version you want. You want Java 21. Your max perm size. I would say, it's up to you. The basis is 96, but it's up to you what you use on that. I would say around about 320 is good. If you want to enable the incremental garbage collector of Java, make sure that's on. Disable CG. Set which called the policy. This is a number of milliseconds. A soft reference will be kept alive and is no longer. So basically, you can read it. I don't have to read it to you. You can read, right? If you can't read, I will read it. All right. So basically, each megabyte of free space is in a large heap. I would say leave that at 1,000, unless you've bought more RAM, then upgrade that. Use adaptive GC boundaries. This is a garbage that allows you to move the boundary between the generation of young generation as needed. Leave on. Max, off, or default, I would say. For acceleration methods or accessor methods, I would leave off unless you know what you're using these for. Here for the scavenges or the garbage collector, leave off. Disable mod for fast craft. So if you want fast craft on, I would just tick that. For G1 GC, which is the garbage collector, leave off unless you want it on. You can try these settings out. If you have any problem anytime, I will show you how to fix it. Partial modification load, leave off. And that's it. Click Save Changes. Okay. So once it's click Save Changes, your server will should update. But what I will highly recommend before you adjust any of these is always make sure your server stopped. I didn't stop my server. I'm an idiot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop my server right now and then save changes once that's finished. But it doesn't matter because I've already got it all set up anyway and there's nobody playing it. It is literally a dead server. And if you see the settings up at the top left there, feel free to jump on, have fun, do whatever you want. I don't use a server. It is a free server. So over next we got the config files here, and you've got the basic, all the stuff that you've seen here in the general section, just in text. Bungee cord. So this setting will enable the bungee cord server. If you click it, it does that. And then start bungee cord. When the server is enabled, the bungee cord server will be started and the game server will say stopped. If the bungee cord server runs exclusively, it gets fully booked memory, otherwise the server will be stayed at 1 gig memory. And then the firewall will be either IP or custom IP. I don't use bungee cord, so I'm just going to leave that off. If you do have a valid IP address and you want to set it up that way, feel free. For version changing, Okay, so you can upload your own version under /server.jar here, or switch to paper Minecraft, but I would highly recommend just leaving it as the latest version if you don't know what you're doing. If you have a version that your mods don't work with, for example, which is a newer version, you can backtrack to an older version like so and just click install, wait, and then start your server. For tools, you've got player control, which is quite a big one. If it loads, it may not work right now. May need to start the server for this one. Yeah, so we'll just start the server. You can make it on online mode. Yes. There's no players on the server right now. You've got operators. So if you want to add yourself to an operator, you can. You would just click here, add the player name, boom, done. Okay, and then it will show there. For whitelisting, exact same. For ban listing, exact same. If they're on the server, you can just search the name, or you'll see their name pop up there. Live server console is here. So once the server is started, you'll see all the information running here. For file browser, like for example, Minecraft, then you would have mods, and then you can add your own mods here. Now, please note that you need the mods in the game file folder as well as the mods folder here for them to work, and so do all your friends. So take note. The next thing is restore backup. This is basically a backup of the server every time it updates, so you change anything, it'll be done here, and if you mess up, you can always restore it. For World Manager, that is literally the name of the world. If you need to delete it, I would always say backup first, but if you need to delete it and make a fresh world, do it that way. If you need to make a chunk fix, do it that way. And if you want to copy the world so you can edit the other world, there you go. For automated tasks, which are basically daily restarts, you can do it here, and you can set up your own. Mine always usually at 1 a.m. Information is event logs, log files, and server checks. So basically an event log shows you everything that's happened on the server and who's messed around on it. Log files show basically the exact same, but what's going on in the server. And server check, we'll get to that if it loads up. It might not work because the server is being a little bit slow. Oops, I did it again. Right, go back to the web interface. Oh, I've damn killed it. Right, this is because I'm clicking buttons. A temporary issue where a few minutes and try again. See if that does happen. Now, it's just because like we've been messing around and doing too many things at once. Okay, I'll be back in a second once it's had its time to catch up. It was less than a couple of seconds. All right, so basically, server check. Basically, the server check is still running smoothly, and if you have this feature in the config, you're basically will detect and optimize issues as it sees fit. Now, let's say, for example, your Minecraft server is doing really well and you need to upgrade, right? You could just do it on where I just clicked there. So, for example, right, you go my servers, game servers, okay? So then you click this one, you go service settings, manage subscription, right? That allows you to carry on and keep paying for it. So it's like you turn that on for auto renew, right? If you don't want to auto renew it and you want it to run out, that's fine too. Now you also got your server settings here, which is upgrade and downgrades. Now let's say, for example, all right, well, I've got 20 people wanting to play on my server now, so I'll upgrade to that, but I'm going to need more RAM. So, you know, you get the idea. It's that simple. Okay, and then you would just click continue and go and pay for it and choose how many days you want. Like I said, I always recommend starting with professional anyway, and I would always recommend having at least 2 more slots than you need. Okay, so for example, if you've got 4 friends, always get 6 slots. If you've got 20 friends, get 22 slots, blah blah blah. With that, it's not like a money thing, it's basically keep yourself safe in case people jump on the server and you don't want them there. And that way you can get on and fix it. Now, the last very thing is the website. What you need to know as well is if you have any issues, contact support. It is literally as simple as that. And you would just choose what the game is and they would help you out. Upgrade and downgrade, which I've already shown. Fairly simple. You can also get your friends to donate to the server by clicking this button here. and you can add user and all that kind of stuff. Like if you're a Twitch streamer, you can just add a little button there and it goes straight to it. The other big one is if you do get bored of Minecraft and you wish to move on from your Minecraft server, and maybe you want to keep, like, you've still paid for like a year. So what you want to do is click switch game at the very bottom left, and here you can see what servers you can install. Now, if you have more slots, you'll be able to upgrade to any server you want at any time. And there is a collection of them. For example, there's the Minecraft Curse Launcher with Feed the Beasts. Look at all those. Phew, there's so many. But anyway, that's it for today. Don't forget that like and subscribe button. I hope you enjoy the latest DLC or whatever it's called. Have a great time, and thanks very much for watching. Take care.